What's going on, fam? IOBA. My name is TC. And it is Thursday. What's going on? I hope everybody's afternoon is going all right. You know, I'm listening to politics, and I'm trying to reassure my people and everything to not be so worried about having Donald Trump, be reelected. I mean, you got to look at it from a realistic standpoint, right? You do. Now, we could cry and talk shit and be mad and everything about why Kamala didn't get in the White House. All of that is water under the bridge right now. That ship already sailed. So we ain't even got to beat that about the head and shoulders about who to be mad at and all that shit. That don't even matter. Trump is there. You got your miracle president. You should be happy now. But here's the deal. Republicans talk shit. Donald Trump talks shit. And a lot of times he tried to do what he says he's going to do. And right now he's talking about this mass deportation. He's talking a lot of shit about getting a lot of 20 million people he's talking about deporting. And I heard the dude say, we deport their families right along with them. She said, how you going to not break up families? He said, we deport the whole family. So if there's one person in your house who ain't got his or her paperwork together, they deport the whole family. That's some really sad shit. It really is. But they're going to do it. But we all know that. You got to believe them. When they tell you who they are, you got to believe them. Black Americans. Because that's who this video is really for. Right now. After having said what I just said, y'all got to be ready. We got to be ready to fill the void that's going to be created when this so-called mass deportation supposedly starts to happen. If you have a small business, small construction side hustle, you might be able to crank that thing up into a respectable contracting business. Because if Donald Trump does what he says he's going to do, whole construction crews down here in Florida will have to go. And they will have to be replaced. Now, these builders down here ain't going to be down with that because they want to pay them low wages. But if Donald Trump and his mass deportation is what he says it's going to be, they ain't going to be able to do that anymore because they're going to have to pay fair market wages to the workers. Because the workers and the void is going to be filled with black companies, black construction workers. If y'all take advantage and if Donald Trump does what he says he's going to do with the so-called mass deportation executive order. I know a lot of cats that's freezing their ass off in upstate New York that are really expert journeyman carpenters, electricians, and plumbers. Been doing it for years. Freezing their ass off up in upstate New York because you can't get no work down here in Florida. Well, brothers, I'm telling you, if you ever see this video, just know that when the so-called mass deportation happens, there's going to be a lot of work down here in Florida because they're gentrifying all these old-ass neighborhoods. And every time you see the crew, it's all Hispanic guys. Well, there's going to be some openings. I'm just saying. I ain't trying to be cruel. I'm trying to let people know that there's some opportunities out there about to happen if Donald Trump does what he says he's going to do. Otherwise, it's just all a big goddamn lie, and we can all go back to work doing what we've been doing, struggling. But keep your ears to the ground and watch the motherfucking streets because the openings are going to come. Same up in the Northeast. Same with the hospitality business. the hotel cleaning, the cleaning services and cleaning companies. Whole sector of the population is getting ready to get shook up by Donald Trump, and a whole bunch of so-called black jobs is about to open up. A whole bunch of black jobs is about to open up. But a whole bunch of black people about to fill them, so you're going to have to pay them white people money. You're going to have to pay some money. And the way to do that is they're going to probably have smaller crews and try to work the shit out of people. But if you got to pay them people $20 an hour, you ain't going to fuck. You're going to be careful. You're going to be mindful of what you do if you're a company. And you got to put some black Americans in it. Because we tend to want more money. Because we know what you would pay to do this job if it were a fair market wage. But anyway, openings are going to come in the restaurant business. Like I said, cleaning services, driving services like Uber and Lyft and stuff like that. A whole bunch, just a whole fucking segment of a whole demographic is about to be shifted if Donald Trump moves on the immigration thing. And the black people and the lower income people that are here, tell you the truth, white folks too, because trust and believe, white people are going to be all over it. They're saying that they're to their construction crews and young guys just starting out, they saying the same shit that I'm saying. When they fire all the Mexicans, we got to be able to step in because we got to keep the blacks out. When they fire all the Mexicans down there in Florida, we got to be able to step in because we're trying to keep the blacks out. Same with harvesting fruit, meat processing, all that. All that shit's about to open up. It's going to be a lot of work for everybody. So there's that. And if you play your cards right, if you got like a business, a small business, now's the time to restart that business and put some effort into it because we're about to shift into a more business friendly, era. You know what I mean? The only way to not pay taxes is to start a small business. The only way to not pay fucking taxes is to start a small business. Just saying. And right now with them Republicans in the White House, you got a known criminal sitting at the top of at the top. It's kind of, if you play your cards right, anything goes as long as you don't get too greedy. I ain't telling nobody to do nothing illegal, but I'm just saying the opportunities are going to be there for black people. And as long as we stick together and don't throw each other under the fucking bus for anybody who doesn't look like us. We got to stick together. Don't throw anybody under the bus who doesn't look like us, and start doing fair business with your own fucking people. That's another thing. When you out there, when you black and you trying to do business with another black person, they got to stop trying to fuck you over. I've had that happen to me on several occasions. I haven't given up yet. I had some good work done. The guy that put up my fence around my house, for one guy, my friend from the Caribbean, Mr. Ellerbox, another guy. But I've had some people really try to fuck me over when I tried my best to do business with somebody who looks like me. I ain't going to call them by name, but they know who they are. And I'm going to say this. If you own property, and you trying to find yourself a good tenant to fill some of your property, or you a black person and you looking for somewhere to live, respect people's property. Pay your fucking rent on time. Don't try to get more apartment than you can afford, because that's a recipe for disaster on your end and on your landlord's end. That's how black businesses get fucked up all the time, from disrespect like that. Doing shit that you would never do if you were doing business with a white person. You got to do business with black people the same way you do business with white people. You really do. If we are to succeed. You got to run your shit based on honor and obligation, like they did back in the day. Honor and obligation. If you say you're gonna do something, your honor dictates that you do it. You have an obligation to do it. You have an obligation to do it. Just what you say you're gonna do, and that's how black business thrives in this new era that we about to go into with Donald Trump at the helm, because you already know it's going to be hell in them streets. But we've been through tougher shit before. Take advantage of the opportunities that are about to open up. Look at the right websites and look for who's, in search of whom as far as business goes. Hair services and hair salons. Gonna be a lot of openings in that. Now's the time to start your fucking hair salon. Now's the time to start your hair business, your beauty supply business. I'm telling you, because a lot of Asians, they going too. They'll go quietly though. And there won't be as many of them, because Donald Trump is really targeting black people. But you know what I'm saying? And all this hinges on if Donald Trump does what he says he's going to do. Otherwise, it's all bullshit. So just be ready. All right? I'm going to leave y'all with that. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on the way out. Hit the like button if you like to listen to me babble. If you don't, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. But anyway, catch y'all in the next one. TC, and I'm out. Peace.